Welcome back. Thank you guys for keeping up with me. Once again, I'm back, Charlie Barley, with another video. This video is, as I promised you guys, I was going to have my students come and do interviews because it's one thing for me to say stuff and really try and get your appetite whet for what's really possible. And not only possible, what's being proven as we speak, but it's one thing that you hear it from like people who are in it. All right. Because a lot of folks say, hey, can I talk to some of the students? And I've just been a little bit late getting these interviews out because what I wanted to do was have a few of the students, and they'll tell you, I'm about to bring one on right now. But what I wanted to do was always have them analyze it first, like really dissect it. And I always say, you have 60 days to disprove it. You can do anything you want. You got 60 days to do it. And but they all come back with the same, pretty much the same thing of how awesome the program is. So if you're wondering about the mentorship program right now, I'm going to bring to you guys, he's a really good guy, as a matter of fact. His name's Don, and I'll let you, you guys speak with Don. And I'm going to ask Don a few things about the program, and he'll let you know what he thinks. So Don is on the line right now. Don, say what's up to the audience.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
All right. Well, look, man, Don, I'm just going to be real candid. You've been in this thing now for maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks. I don't know. It's been this month. It seems like we've been communicating quite a bit throughout the month.
Yeah, we've been talking for about a month now. I think I've actually joined the mentorship program about this will be going on my third week of actual really getting into it. The first week, like you said,
Right.
I kind of dissected it, and I was weighing it in my mind. Is this right for me? Is this something that it is what it says it is? I was a skeptic to begin with, and that's kind of where I started. But I can definitely say I'm a changed man now. So
Hey, Don, give the people a little bit of background, because what I don't want people to think, I always tell folks to challenge.
Sure.
And because I am an analyst, so if I'm putting this stuff out there and I'm saying this is what it is, it's unbeatable, blah, blah, blah. The first thing I always tell people to challenge it. So what I want you to do is tell folk who you are, what's your background, so that they don't think you're some just dumb nut
Okay.
off the
Yeah.
street. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm a 45-year-old man, grandpa now. I work in the oil field in North Dakota. I have a master's degree in counseling. I'm a pretty successful person when it comes to the working world. I do really well. I'm well into the 6 digits, and I'm just throughout the years beat up my body, getting a little tired, and looking towards retirement and
Right.
something to do. So that's kind of how I got started. And when I came across your program and
Mm-hmm.
your videos, I was skeptical. I was like, yeah, I've seen these before, and in fact, bought a couple other programs to try out, and nothing ever seemed to pan out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took your free stuff off of your website and tried it out for a weekend. We went down to my wife and I went down to Deadwood, South Dakota, played for a weekend, and quick money, boom.
Wow.
$2,865, and I said, "That's it. I'm buying the program."
And that was on the free stuff.
That was on the free stuff, and I'm like, if this guy's giving this stuff away for free, then what he's got, then what he's selling has got to be good. So, and I proved it. I took the first week, like you asked, and tried to dissect it. I tried to find some faults with it. I followed the system like you explained through on your videos and through our conversation. And I can't find anything that would beat me up except for me. That's it.
Right. People always say, I had one guy who was saying that he wants to be involved and he needs to make a certain amount of money. So, of course, I
Mhm.
can't say what you're going to do, but what I can say is that the program, the system completely works. But if there is going to be a problem, the problem's going to be the fact that you're going to win so much that you
Yes.
probably will become undisciplined. Am I right or wrong about that?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And in fact, if you start playing too much than what you ask for, than what you teach, then you're gonna burn yourself. You're gonna start thinking outside of your head, and having that self talk, and you're gonna overthink it and make it way harder than it is. I
Way
promise you, this is simple. It's super simple, and it works.
okay. Now, before I start talking about the money, you said simple. One of the things that I realized was it's like we were chasing permutations. If you've been following me, people who are listening, if you're following me, I know, Don is, you're fairly new to following me, but if you know anything about me so far, I'm the permutations guy, right? So it's all about analyzing permutations. But the deeper and the deeper and the deeper and the deeper I got with this, the more I realized was how simple. But the way to simplicity, though, is through repetition and practice. So, like, a martial artist, I'm into a lot of stuff, but I know the concept of martial arts and yoga, and at first it's very difficult.
Sure,
You know what I mean?
sure. It's like learning a new exercise. You're stretching the new muscles.
Stretch, absolutely.
Yeah.
But oh my God, when you see it enough, it's like it's almost like this is so simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When I log on now, like if I play online, and I log on, or I walk up to a roulette wheel at a casino, I look at it and I'm like, oh man, there's a gimme right there, and I can drop a unit down, have my unit, walk away. It's truly, you just start seeing those permutations everywhere.
Yeah, but you have to know you just have to know it, and that's the whole point of the program.
Yeah,
is that
you have to practice it. No doubt. It's like a professional baseball player. It's they get home runs once in a while, but it's the RBIs that win the race.
There you go.
It's the consistency and the practice, and not getting in your own way. Don't make it any more difficult than it is. I mean, you spell it out in your videos. So,
all right. So let me ask you this question, and we're going to get to the money part, because the money part is really the insane part. And I'm saying this, folks, because once I build my team, I am off the internet. Charlie Brawley will be no longer.
And I can't wait for that day.
Yeah,
then I'm part of the team.
And see, Don, and I have few other students who's going to come up, and they're going to do interviews. So if you're thinking about being a part of this, I'm not trying to even sell it to you guys. Like, this is a blessing for everyone. This is really that good.
Yes, it is.
All right, so Don, tell me, in terms of practice, like, how long did it take you to get it? Did it take you, what, a day, 2 hours, 1 hour, two weeks?
I would say consistently practice for 2 hours, and I was able to really start to see the patterns and really start to see the permutations rolling in, and I'm like, man, this is just like he said it was going to be, And what I did is I would follow a live dealer or a random number generator, and prove it to myself that this was working, before I ever laid any money. I waited a whole week, like you asked, before I ever laid any real money.
Yep. And
I practiced consistently, but I had it easily within 2 hours, easily.
Wow. All right. So let's talk about because you've been at it now for 2 weeks straight every day. Okay.
Yep. Just about every day.
Just about every day.
Straight. Yep.
What are you, in terms of your daily, at this point, and what's your, this is about to be insane. Give them an idea of the money you've been making. And this is like, you're new, by the way.
Just in last week. I started last week off a little slow because, I'm still working my normal job as well.
Okay.
So my first day I made $250 in less than 15 minutes.
Okay. It's about right.
So the next day, I doubled that, was at 500. And by the end of the week, I was at $5,000. And that's $5,000 in probably 3 hours play total all week long.
Okay. So you know the cynics are going to say, all right, you just haven't hit that wall yet. You just haven't hit that right spot where they get you. Um,
Right.
is what that gets you, that part, you know, where in this method can this game get you?
It can get you when one, you know, this is like any other business or going to work. You have to be in the right mindset. You have to go into it like you said. You're a professional. You've got to go into this like this is your business. And the second you get off of that mindset, and the second you start thinking that, oh, you know, I could chase this bet. You know, I lose a bet here, and you start to chase something that's not there, and you're going against the program, you beat yourself up, and then you'll lose. And you know it happens. You know you're not gonna go into this. I know what really made me skeptical in the beginning was the fact that how are you gonna win every time? You know, well I found out that I would say about 70% of the time, somewhere around there, you're hitting the first one and you're done. There's no reason to keep going. But if you keep going, you're going to come up against that wall you were talking about. You know,
You're right.
you can't continuously play every hand over and over and over again and expect to walk away a winner. You have to be disciplined. You have to have the right mindset. You step up to the plate, hit your base hit, and walk away. That's it. It's truly that easy.
But
and that's the discipline, you know.
that is, and so, but so what the mentorship does here is the only thing I'm going to do is show you how to bat,
Yep.
and then once you learn that, you're going to be free forever. So it's not a. This is something that's happening. Like not just with you, but a few other students, they're having this kind of success. But from a game like you now what you just said sounds to me like the only way you can get beat is if you beat yourself, but from a mathematical, from a game, like the game itself, if you follow the instructions, is there any way conceivable mathematically, any type of way based upon what you know, that you can get beat by what I've taught you?
No way. There's just no way. I haven't seen anything to prove to me, and I've literally virtually put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of spins on in the last 3 weeks, and there's no way. There's
Right.
just no way in my mindset that I could see you could lose.
And even at how we play it, even if you had like you just told me before we started the call, you said that you weren't feeling well, and even though you weren't feeling well and you overplayed yourself, you still walked out way above your profit. You still walked out with more.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I beat myself up, had one bad moment, and I realized in my mind I could hear your voice in the back of my head saying, "You know what? Hey, if it's not going your way and you're not feeling it, just walk away. It's okay. You're a winner. You were already $5,000 up this week. You're a winner. Walk away. There's no reason to burn yourself up. You know."
Yeah.
So that's what I did. Today's a new day, brother.
Hey man, that's just the thing, is that some people believe that you can be Tom Brady and you're gonna win every game. But the reason that this guy has won again and has went to, I'm not a Tom Brady advocate. I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm a fan of excellence though. And
Exactly.
regardless of a deflated football, you still had to play defense.
Yep.
And you still had to stop him from getting in that end zone. And
you still have to practice.
And you still have to practice.
Yeah, you still have to practice. And it's not, you know, to be Tom Brady, you know, it's not just practicing. It's perfect practice.
Wow.
And you line it up, you know. Charlie, you line it right up to where all I have to do, go up, take a deep breath, and bat. And I win. It's just that easy. It truly is that easy.
Wow.
You know, I was skeptical, but I'm a believer, brother. I'm in it.
Well, there it is. Well, I know I'm a believer because I'm not only a player, I'm also a client. I play just as much as you. As a matter of fact, I was showing you this 925. This happened over. I know you can't see it. I'm not looking at the screen, but on the recording, I'm actually on Bovada. I have a balance of 925. This started with $300 just 4 days ago.
That's awesome.
And when I say I spend most of my day on the phone, maybe in email, so like every few moments I'll jump on playing very conservatively, like very conservative play. Like you, when I tell you the system and strategy is really conservative, but
Sure it is. Yeah,
conservatively,
absolutely.
I'm
Yep.
at 925 just in this. Now, granted, of course, when I play on Bovado, I always tell folk that if you're playing, it's two ways in terms of taking your money. Either you need to, if you're playing at low volume, take most of the times when I'm playing, actually playing at a casino live somewhere. But if I'm on Bovada, like I'll maybe hit 2,000, I'll take my money out. But if I'm playing at much higher amounts, I'll probably leave it in there. But so once this is at about 2,000, I probably will be at 2,000 on this, and maybe I'm actually going to Vegas in a few more days. But I would say this will be maybe another week. This will be 2,000. I'll make a withdrawal and I'll put another 300 in, and I'll just keep that process going. But anyway, man, I just wanted to say thank you so much, Don, for
Sure.
being.
No, thank you, man. I'm the one that's thanking you, brother. You changed my life, and my goal, just so everyone knows, I plan on being retired April 1st. That is no April Fool's joke. It's April 1. Don is permanently retired.
I said,
That's how long.
Don, I said 19 people will retire in 2019,
You did.
including me. I'm going to retire too. That's the reason that's the reason why I get to 19. I'm retiring. Literally, I'm done because
Yep.
we're all going to go out and have a lot of fun. My last question to you is one of the things that a few people always ask, and I could get into the dichotomy of financial systems, how you break down risk and stuff like that.
Sure.
And,
Sure.
you know, we always have these conversations about how people see money and how they see time and the value, the cost that you paid. All
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
And the cost that you're paying and the value that you're receiving for life. Can you please talk to folk about that? Because a lot of people have questions like that. And
Yeah.
it's one, like I said, it's one thing for me to say it, but I
Yeah.
want you as a person who's in it. I mean, right now you've already damn near doubled your money, and it's
Oh
just been
yeah.
a week
Yeah.
or two. But talk
Yeah.
to them about the value for me.
Well, I mean, I work 10 to 12 and a half hour days when I'm at my normal job, and I pay in the upper tax bracket of, 33, percent. So
Hmm.
it's quite a bit of money and quite a bit of my time that gets just snatched away from me daily, you know, and the amount of time that I have spent in this past week playing, the 3 hours, $5,000. I don't make $5,000 a week, you know, and in 3 hours, that frees me up for, if I played that just in one day and I made $5,000, I wouldn't have to work for the next 2 weeks. I mean that's 2 weeks worth of freedom that
Yeah.
you cannot buy, and you're just giving it away, literally, because you're making your money back and you get your freedom of time with it. It's just an amazing thing, and I've worked for many years. I've worked for over 30 years now in my life and put a lot of time in, and I look back at that, and that's something I'll never get back.
Yep.
But $3,000, and I literally bought my freedom for the rest of my life. And
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Charlie. I really do.
Hey man, one of my life's purpose. I always say that, and I've said it in a number of videos. I've sold products and I've been in the service industry. Worked for the banks for a while. For those who've kept up with me, you know that I had a magazine called Life Lessons. Unfortunately, we had a person, a guy, I think is Iron Davis. He did a website for us, took the domain, and now the domain is on some, I don't know where it's at, but we got lawyers and stuff trying to get with this guy now. But I had a Life Lessons magazine, and it was really heartfelt. It was really something that I meant to do, and it's a product, it's a service, but it's nothing that can compare to changing someone's life. Like I could sell services and products, But when people's lives are changed, that's beyond products and services. And I didn't really fight for my magazine because I looked at this as a much better outfit for in terms of purpose. But beyond purpose, financially speaking, from a risk perspective and calculation, which is I don't know of any other way to make money that makes the most sense as this. As crazy as it sounds, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've day traded. You know, I've spent the risk variables that you discuss are minuscule compared to what you do on a daily basis. You know, you got the risk of driving to and from work. You know, you got the risk of sitting there 12 hours a day. You know, the hardness on your body, the wear and tear that you're putting in. And I can spend 15 minutes here on my PC, or go walk into a casino for 15 minutes and have the rest of my day to myself.
Right.
That's 23 and 3/4 hours for me. You know, and you can't get that at a job. You'll never get that at a job. And it just boggles my mind that people can't see beyond that financial aspect of it, or the time value to it.
Well, we've been programmed to look at it the way we see it, and that's the reason why most people work for a living, and that's why most people will continue to work for a living.
And that is, you know, that is an internal struggle that I've noticed. You know, is changing that mindset. You know, realizing that I'm going to be just fine without my job. That you don't even realize how programmed we truly are.
Yeah.
And until that mindset starts changing, all I can say to anybody out there is just prove it to yourself. You know, take the time, prove it to yourself. Try to prove Charlie wrong. That's all I can say. Just try. It's not going to happen.
Well, brother, I appreciate that, man. And he's not playing, and he didn't make that $5,000 on 3 spins. See, it's not luck. Okay.
No.
This is hundreds of spins.
Yes.
All right. So you guys, this is again well vetted, well tested. If you're interested in it, give me a call. Go to permutationspro.com. The 800 number is up there. Call me there, or you can send me an email at permutationspro@gmail.com. Even if you want, Don, if someone wanted to contact you directly, is that fine?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
They can call me directly. I have no problem speaking
All right.
to anyone. So, yeah,
and there you go, guys. And I have another. The next interview I'm gonna do is a gentleman named Samuel Tugwell, gentleman out of New York. You know, New York's always the smart guys up there, right? The New Englanders. Well, he's gonna be the next interview. He has the very same outcome, very similar story. But guys, once again, you know, I'm not in here to try and take anybody for anything. I am a person of principle and purpose. I really do believe to a degree that I've been called to this moment, because 3 years ago, there was only 2 times I was ever in a casino, and both those times I never played. So that's how far removed I am from this. But I'm so engulfed in it, not from the perspective of the casino. I can give 2 rats butts about that. But from a perspective of risk analysis and financial, there is nothing that I've been a business owner, still am, business owner. I've been in corporate, and I've seen both sides of the fence. I've even done stocks. There is nothing that I could calculate with time and money that produces profits in a business that has 0 overhead, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's one of those things. Well, anyway, guy, I appreciate it, Don. Thank you so much, man, for this time. And again, guys, if you guys want to contact me, get in contact with me at the website, phone number, or the email I just mentioned. Till the next time, you guys take care of yourselves and each other. I'll be back with a new interview. Stay tuned. Take care.